Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a packing video of the Jujube Be Sporty. In this video I'm going to show this packed two different ways, one without pouches and one with pouches. I found that it's nice to pack this bag without pouches. It makes it less bulky and there's more room in it. But I know that there are a lot of people that use Jujube that like to use pouch packing, so I figured I would show both. When I use the pouches, I'm using set pieces. I don't have the Be Organized, but I've heard that that's a great way to pack this bag as well. I just got this bag, so I haven't taken it out yet, but I've test packed it 100 different ways. I've worn it around the house, and I actually find it to be very comfortable and lightweight. Now, I did notice that if I had more items in the bag, the straps, after wearing it for a while, got a little uncomfortable, like under my arm. But it was only when I had extra stuff in it and I was wearing it for a while. Like I said, I haven't taken it out, but I did wear it around the house because I wanted to really test out that comfort level. This is a bag that I would probably use for quick trips out. I could probably use it for a semi-long day, but if it was a day that we're going to be out all day and I need to carry the bag and I don't have like a stroller or something to put it in, I probably would pick a different bag just because of the straps. But otherwise, I do really like this bag. It's very lightweight. I love my BRB. I've said it before, I'm a BRB girl, but there are times that when I pack it, the only thing I have on the inside is my diapering pouch. That's it. I don't take anything else, and I feel like it's such a large bag just for diapers. So this is a nice bag that I can use on days that's really all I'm going to take. In this video, I do have it packed up with a few things that I don't always take with me just to show that they do fit. If you've seen these videos before on the Be Sporty or you have this bag, you know it's kind of a tight fit on the inside, so sometimes less is better just for this bag, but it does fit everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I have in the outside pockets first, then we'll go to the inside and I'll show you how I have it packed without pouches. And then I already have the pouches packed up with things that I would use, so I will show you how I'd organize it in the bag. So we'll start here with the mommy pocket. This pocket right here, I just have something in it that I won't be using a lot just because it is kind of, especially because I have the pocket. This pocket packed so tight, it's hard to get in and out of. So these are just the flushable wipes. I use these with my daughter when we're out in public and she needs to go to the bathroom. I find it's easier to wipe her with those. And then this is the mommy pocket, which I love the mommy pocket on the BRB, but I might love this one more. It's not very organized. Like there's one mesh pocket in it, but I like that because then I can do whatever I want with the pocket. So in the main area, I just put our little wipes here. And then in this mesh pocket, I just set my lotion, my hand sanitizer, my neat sheets, and then I did use a pouch for this, so I'm kind of lying. This is my med kit. I always have it in here. I never change the pouch, so this is my one exception to the no pouches packing. But I mean, if you use something else for your med kit, that would probably fit there too. In this back zipper pocket, the only thing that I put in here is my tissues, just because that's something I don't use a lot. Usually if I'm needing something, I use a wipe. And that's all I have in there. It was pretty tight. There's a pocket on the inside that I could put my med kit in. And the side pockets, if you're not using them for bottles, you could put items in there. And then I could put my Be Spendy here. But usually I like to have my Be Spendy and my wallets on the inside of a bag. Just a little bit safer there. So on this bottle pocket, which this is the one thing I don't like about this bag. The zippers are kind of sticky. So here is a 16-ounce water bottle type thing. I would use this for myself, and then my daughter would drink out of that. Now, if I weren't packing a bottle for my son, then she would have her own. So on this side, I have a 9-ounce man bottle, which is a lot bigger than the ones we use, but I just wanted to show how big of a bottle it fits. And then I have his burp rag right beside it, and that fit in there fine. Now, like I've said before, I don't typically feed him with a bottle when we're out, but if for some reason I could fit the bottles in just fine. And if I weren't, then I would pack this thermos cup for my daughter. And that fits in there fine. I'm going to leave those bottles in there just because it kind of helps with the inside. It makes it a little tighter if you have bottles in there. I don't always take drinks for myself and my daughter, or a bottle. So when I was kind of test packing it different ways, another thing that I found that pocket useful for, the Be Sporty fit in there, my wipes fit in there. So you could put other things in there if you weren't going to take drinks. So open this up. So right on top, this is my Skip Hop Passy Pod. And one thing I like about this bag is that the D-rings go in. So if you hang something on it, it can actually go in your bag. So I'll put my keys on here and just flip it inside. That way if something happens and it falls off or whatever, it's in your bag. So then people aren't able to see it. Same with this. I don't like things hanging on the outside of my bag. So I've never really liked the Passy Pod. I like it in my BRB because it has the elastic straps on the inside, so I'll connect this in the inside. But for my other bags, I usually just put the toys and the pacifier somewhere in the bag. But with this bag, I can just flip it inside, so I really like that. So the first thing I have in there is just this little teether that I showed before. He likes this. I like it because I can clip it on to him. And then I just have an extra pacifier. We usually have one with him, but if something were to happen and we lose it, I want to back up. So that's all I have in there. And like I said, I love that this flips on the inside, so it's not hanging on the outside of my bag. So sitting on top, the only thing I have is my snack bag. So in there's just some gummies, a pack of raisins, and that I just have sitting on top, which does not bug me because this is what I'm going to be grabbing for the most. This is, when my daughter's getting tired of being at the store, give her some gummies or something to hold her over for a little bit. And that's not too hard to move out of the way if I need something down inside. So in this back pocket, I have the pacifier wipes. I use these on his toys if he drops them, or his pacifier. And then I have a coin purse. I always keep these in here. This is the sample diaper rash cream. I'm not going to open it all the way. And then those little diaper trash bags, sorry. And I just always keep these in the coin purse. I'll transfer it from my Quip to, if I'm not using pouches, I'll just put it in the back pocket, whatever. I just like having it in that small bag. So inside you can kind of see how I have everything organized. I have some diapers, some wipes, my Be Sporty, my swaddle blanket, and can't really see that. That's my wet bag, an outfit, and then a nursing cover. So I'm going to pull everything out. First thing, I have the little strap here so I can grab this easily, my Be Sporty. Like I said, this does fit in the bottle pockets. So if you're not going to pack 2 bottles, you could put this on one side so you're not having to get into the main compartment. I generally like my wallets on the main compartment, so that doesn't bug me. If I needed more space, I would, instead of using the Be Sporty, I would move my wallet items to a small set piece with a Be Charge and a coin purse. I actually really prefer that method because then if I guess even with the Be Sporty, I can fit my phone in there, my chapstick, but sometimes if you have a smaller bag, it's nice to have a smaller wallet, so I could do either. So then I just have one more thing in the main compartment, and that's the swaddle blanket. This is one of those items that I don't need to have. We always have one on his car seat with him when we leave. This is just kind of like a spare. In the small mesh pockets here, I have one onesie, so if he needs an extra outfit, I have that. I only carry one because I keep extra items in the car, so I don't want to, fill up my bag with outfits when I can just do it in the car. I maybe once used the outfit out of my bag, and I've never had to use the outfit out of my car, so I'm not too worried about that. And then I have my Itsy Ritsy wet bag, which I think looks so good with this print. I really like the black and white and red. So I have that in there if I need it. And the other small mesh pocket, I have my nursing cover. Now this is another item. This is another item that I don't need with me. If I'm taking a bottle, I'm probably not going to nurse him, so I won't need this. If I have a swaddle blanket, I could, if I needed the space, I could give up taking my nursing cover, and I would just use the swaddle blanket to cover up when I feed him. And, most of my trips are short trips, and I feed him before we leave, and I don't have to feed him the whole time I'm out. So it's not like I'm nursing him out in public a bunch. So it's just not a necessity for me. Worst case scenario, I'd go to the car. And then in the large mesh pocket, I have, these kind of got shuffled around when I took stuff out, 3 size 2 diapers and 1 unopened full size of wipes. Usually I have like a half pack, but we ran out of wipes from our diaper bag. And then when I went to grab the, normally half used wipes from the changing table, they were all gone too. So just grabbed a full pack, and it actually, without using the pouches, it did fit in there. So that was not a problem. So now I'm going to show you how I would pack it with pouches. The only thing that I would still not keep in pouches would be the swaddle blanket, which I will just put in the main compartment here. And I'm going to set the phone down to put the nursing cover in because I know that's going to be a tight squeeze in those mesh pockets. They're just so little. So the items that I would put in those mesh pockets are items I'm not going to grab a lot, because if you're having to take it in and out, that's going to be a pain. I'm going to set the phone down real quick. Okay, so I got that in there. So then I have 3 set pieces. I'll show you these. This is my large set piece. It has 4 diapers in it, a disposable change pad, and normally I would have like a half pack of wipes in it, but like I said, we only had the full and it didn't fit in there very well. Now, it did fit, it was just a very tight squeeze, so I just left it out. This is about how thick it would be if I had the wipes in there anyway. This medium set piece, I didn't have it in there without the pouches, but this would be all my mommy needs, and this is something, I don't take it with me a lot unless we're going to be out for a longer period of time. That's just like some makeup touch-ups, some feminine products, just some other things I might need while we're out. And then I put a wet bag and a change of clothes in here. I also have a Norwex cloth that I usually carry with me that I would use if he had a blowout or something and I needed to clean up with something other than just wipes, which I've never actually had to do that. I don't know why I carry it with me, but I call myself a pretty minimal packer, but that's probably something I could get rid of. So I would just set these clothes, let's see if I can do this with one hand, in the mesh pocket, because like I said, it's not something that I use a lot with him. I used his outfit one time, so that just fits, as you can see, in that little mesh pocket, and it's tight, but I don't have this bag packed, or this medium set piece packed very tight or full, so it's not really hard to get in there. I mean, it's hard with one hand, but if I had 2 hands, I'd go in there fine. If you had this stuffed, I don't know that it would fit in there. But with just an outfit and a wet bag and a small towel or cloth, it would fit in there fine. The large set piece. I mean, honestly, if you're using pouches, it doesn't matter if they go in the mesh pockets as long as they go in there. I'm someone, if my bags have some type of organization system, I want to use it. So I just stuck in there in the main compartment. And then the medium set piece. Honestly, I think it's easier if you don't use the mesh pockets. Kind of ignore them. And I mean, if I wanted to, I could fit. Oh, I need my wallet. Let's put my wallet in there with these. Forgot about that. So it all fits in there. It is a little bit bulkier just because things are conformed to the set pieces, whereas when I didn't have them, it kind of blended in with the bag. Now this bag doesn't have the padded back, so I noticed if you have things that are kind of poking in here, so I would probably, if I were actually packing this to take out, put maybe the set piece, the large set piece, flat with this and move my Be Spendy because I wouldn't want that poking in my back. But that was the only thing I really noticed about it. And I don't usually use the change pad in diaper bags, but I left this in here just as an extra kind of cushion. And I thought about taking my blackout change pad from my BFF and sticking it in here just for that cushion, just because if you have anything, and I didn't show this because it's empty, but if you put your phone in here or you put your chapstick in here and you're carrying this for a while, you can start to kind of feel the outline of it on your back. So I kind of thought about that. That's the only thing that I don't like about this. It's not as comfortable like in that aspect, but if you have it packed flat, like when I had the diapers and the wipes there, it was fine. So that's how I had this packed in 2 different ways. Hope you guys liked that. If you have any questions about this bag or you want to see it packed a different way, go ahead and comment below. If you use this bag and you have a way that you like to pack it, let me know because I really like this bag, but it's brand new to me. So if you have any ideas, I'd love to hear them. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. These videos are things I like to do, and if you're watching it and you want to see more, definitely click that subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and I hope you come back. Bye.